have been living in Japan for the past 2 years, and now I'm going to tell you how I got here. Welcome to my Japan moving series. Swaditoku, hello everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is samieborerwe, and welcome to episode 2 of my Japan moving series. So if you haven't watched episode 1, this video might sound awkward for you, so I recommend you check out episode 1, which I'll put up in my channel somewhere up there, where you can find the introduction to the moving to Japan series if you are trying to get a teaching job. So today's episode we are going to be focusing on using gaijinpot.com, which is the website that I used. So basically I'm going to put up the interface right here. I know what I'm going to say, and what's going to be coming out on the interface is going to be probably different because I don't know how to do both at the same time. But anyway, let me just start with the creation of the account. So you basically need an email address, which I think anyone who's trying to apply overseas has. And then after that process, you have to create a profile, which you're going to see on the screen at some point in time. So in the profile, you're going to have to provide your name, your location, your age, your sex, and the preferred amount of money you'd like to receive for the job title you apply for. So basically they ask you to label your profile. So for example, if you're looking to find a job as an English teacher, you have to label your profile in relation with something associated with teaching. For mine, I used the title English teacher in Osaka. For some reason I chose to say I was in Japan at one point, and then when I was going through the applications, that's when I discovered that I could apply when I was outside of Japan. So I changed my title to just English teacher. So basically that's what you need to do, and then you have to enter in your educational qualifications, which involves your university, any certification you might have. You need to enter that information as well into the profile. Then as soon as you finish putting in that, you have to also sell yourself in terms of your teaching experience. For me, I only had teaching experience from my previous job. It wasn't hands-on teaching experience, but I was working with Higher Life Foundation back then, and we had my job involved a lot of interaction with kids from the ages of the grade 1s up to upper 6. So I had a very vast, can I say, spectrum to choose from, and I just decided to sell myself as an infant teacher because I had also worked at a preschool in South Africa at one point. So that was my selling point. If you feel like you don't have enough teaching experience, you just have to make yourself sound like someone who's interested in kids. Not sound like, because you definitely need to be interested in kids if you're considering working in Japan as an English teacher. So when we are past the qualification stage, we are now going into how you find jobs that are meant for people who are outside of Japan, because sometimes when you get onto the website and you just select education, which is where the teaching falls under, you will find that most of the jobs are for positions for people who are already in Japan, which was the first thing that confused me when I was looking for the job. That's when I tried to check the visa requirements, because I thought it would be easier if I just come to Japan and then apply whilst in Japan. But then on the Gaijinpot website, if you if you click, there are 3 lines, I think, and then you will see that they give you an option of either no English positions or overseas positions. For the no English, they say no Nihongo positions, because Nihongo is Japanese. So you can select either of the two, because most of the time no Nihongo is a mixture of overseas and sometimes people who are in Japan. But first of all, let's start with the overseas applications. You just have to click for overseas applications, and then you select the industry that you're trying to get into. If you are not interested in education and you're trying to get another different job, you have to be careful, because if it's just under the overseas application, they might have the job that you're looking for, but they want you to be able to speak Japanese. So that's where the kind of confusion comes in. So if you want to apply for a teaching job and you're outside of Japan, your best option would be overseas applications. So when you select there, that's when you'll see the vast options of jobs you can apply to. And what I recommend is every time you're applying for a job, try to Google the company, like outside of Gaijinpot website, so that you get a feel of what the company is about. And also you can check reviews on Glassdoor website, because a lot of people, I think, when they leave the teaching jobs, they go and put in their experiences there, and then you can make a very informed decision of the company you are joining. For me, my mom was skeptical, like she was like, what if these people are liars? What? Because my application process, guys, was super fast. Like when they invited me for the job like application, when I submitted my application, they replied to me like the following day, which my mom was like, why are they doing it so fast, blah blah. And then by then I was like, it's okay, because I'm not going anywhere physically to meet them. So it was like, most of the time Japanese applications are very quick. They respond to you quickly, so do not be shocked sometimes, but you also have to just do your due diligence when you get a reply, because sometimes it may be dodgy and they're asking for money, and the like. So when you are using the Gaijinpot website, that is basically the introduction to using that website. I have not used jobs in Japan website, unfortunately. All my applications were through gaijinpot.com. So when you're applying, make sure you just check out the conditions that the company is offering, because there are different teaching positions in Japan. There is what they call an eikaiwa, which is basically an after-school teaching program school, which is what I work for, which I like because it's kind of flexible. I do not have to wake up early in the morning. I go to work like around 3 in the afternoon, but it also sucks because they are late working hours. And then there's also the option of an ALT, which is basically an assistant language teacher, where you work in, I think, public schools or schools that have Japanese teachers who also teach English. So you're kind of like a language assistant to the Japanese teacher. And that one in particular is a regular 8 to 5 job. But then it's also nice because you have your weekends off, your public holidays off, and you've got also like winter and summer vacation holidays, which is what I do not have. So those are the things you have to look for. I saw a comment talking about online positions. I will do a bit more research of where you can get online teaching jobs, because I've not come across adverts on Gaijinpot of online teaching positions, but I will do my due diligence and will come back with information for you. So that was all for today, episode 2, because this is the integral central part of applying. I will talk about resumes when I do episode 3, where I will be talking about the process from when the company gets back to you, and then I'll just put in some resume examples of what I used for people who use direct link applications, like on the website of the company, other than using gaijinpot.com, which is like a job website. So thank you so much for chilling with me. If you are new here, please make sure you subscribe right down below. I'm your plug, because I'm going to be doing also videos on how you can start your YouTube channel in 2021 and how I got to almost 8,000 subscribers. What you need to know, the mistakes I made, it's all going to happen here. And if you're a regular subscriber, thank you so much for hanging out with me. It's your girl Samantha. Until next time, I love you. Bye.